Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about Sundial Cannabis once more. Now, I did talk about Sundial multiple times before, but this time I want to take a look into Spirit Leaf a little bit deeper in there and try to understand the implications on that, and then discussing the US cannabis legalizations part. And then we're going to go towards technical analysis. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So if you would like to watch my previous video, I do highly recommend it. It's in the description below. Now for Sundial, let's take a look into Inner Spirit Leaf before taking a look into the PRs. I did show this slide before, but just a reminder before we go ahead and dive into Spirit Leaf. So Inner Spirit Holdings, or Inner Spirit, is a franchisor and operator of recreational cannabis stores across Canada with 86 total stores and operations under the Spirit Leaf name. The corporate retail operations operates 19 wholly owned corporate retail stores across Ontario, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Franchise retail operations, these ones support a chain of 67 franchise Spirit Leaf retail stores across Ontario, Alberta, BC, Newfoundland, and Saskatchewan. Operates one of the largest franchise retail networks in Canada and served 2.3 million guests in 2020 and currently has 250,000 members in its collective customer benefits program. So taking a look into the historical revenue and EBITDA margins in millions, you get to see in Q1 2020 actual, the revenue was 4.1 million, in Q2 was 5.4, in Q3 8.1, and in Q4 9.2 million. So that's really a nice growth, at least in a year-over-year basis, or even just 12 months basis. And we get to see that perhaps this will continue moving on, but at the end of the day, their adjusted EBITDA is actually positive. 9% in Q2 2020, and 16% in Q3, and 19% in Q4. Now, Sundial would benefit a lot out of this. Remember, Sundial doesn't have any debt, they have an insane amount of cash, and a bit more profit using that cash to bring profitable companies is a major plus. So this here is a map of Inner Spirit Leaf, and we can get to look into the PR they put on the July 20th. Sundial growers complete the acquisition of Spirit Leaf Retail Cannabis Networks. Sundial, which was pleased to announce the completion of previously disclosed arrangements, and it goes on with some transaction highlights as it establishes Sundial as one of Canada's largest vertically integrated cannabis company. Sundial is a diversified cannabis company with a strong brand portfolio and an extensive consumer packaged goods experience. Acquiring Spirit Leaf broadens the Sundial's business with a strategic entry into the cannabis retail and enables greater access to understanding of retail markets and product marketing insights and consumer purchasing trends. And it also establishes Sundial as Canada's largest single branded network of retail operations. The addition of well-established Spirit Leaf franchise and corporate-owned stores, representing the country's largest single-brand recreational cannabis retailer with 100+ stores across 6 provinces, provides Sundial with an integration and expansion platform in the current operations markets in Canada. It also strengthens the Sundial's retail expertise with cannabis advocates. Spirit Leaf has earned its reputation as an industry leader for the franchise sales and support system, in-store design and experience, employee education and training, marketing creativity, and customer benefit program. The acquisition of Spirit Leaf Cannabis Retail Networks makes Sundial a stronger and more divisive cannabis company, said Zach George, the CEO of Sundial. We're very excited to work with Spirit Leaf team and franchise partners to further develop and optimize the store network in Canada and provide a clear path to sustainable profitability for Sundial. Spirit Leaf has demonstrated the ability to grow its brand from coast to coast, and we plan to support this growth trajectory, enhancing the use of data to make key business decisions and provide an optimal product assortment to meet diverse needs of Canadian cannabis consumers. And I know some of you have already read this one, but let's start diving a little bit into Spirit Leaf's website and what they sell. So Spirit Leaf here, I did choose Scarborough, Toronto, which is on the east side of the GTA. And you get to see some of the categories here, including flowers, pre-roll, vaporizers, and concentrates, edibles, topicals, seed, accessories, and apparel. They also have things like, I believe this is some kind of vape. I'm not very familiar with the products itself, but they also sell buds. They sell different things, including as well vegan soft chews, and the products also go on sales and very much acts like a very normal store or grocery chain. So that is just a quick glance into their website, they have as well different locations, and you're able to also reserve for pickup on the side pickups. They also have different products as well, so more branded items. And for their careers, they're also hiring some people. Actually, Spirit Leaf key holder in multiple locations, and managers in multiple locations, and Spirit Leaf concierge in multiple locations. Now, you get to see as well a bit more into Spirit Leaf itself as an iconic Canadian brand with over 100 locations. And they were actually given Canadian Franchise Association as in 2020 franchisees choice, and again in 2021. So you get to see a bunch of different videos, the space, the design, everything in between for Spirit Leaf, and it does look really exciting and cool. Now, going on towards some of the SSC filings. The last SSC filing is the identical news that was actually put out on July 20th, 2021. It gets archived into SSC filings. Before moving on, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to drop a subscribe button right here and the bell notification button right beside it. Also, if you enjoyed this video so far, make sure to drop a like to this video. And if you'd like to join our Discord, it's in the description below, totally free. We're not trying to upsell you on anything, just more of a chat room. Head to the trading floor once you're there. Now, institutional buyers, here's where things get a lot interesting. You get to see some companies are adding, some companies are posing their shares, and in July, it's one of the most active companies in terms of institutional buyers. You get to see thousands of shares being added in green here, and also some being disposed, like Northwest Investments and Value Financials. Now, you can go further down, GPS Wealth Strategies, but you get to see that the green here, the addition of shares like Turtle Tactical Management adding almost 148,000 shares, Info LLC 25,000 shares, Stratos Wealth Partners 11,000, MBA Wealth 16, Osteal Financial Partners 30, and Heritage Wealth Management 180,000, all in the last 2 weeks, or actually even just in the last week. So you get to see a lot of shares being added, some being disposed. But we really need to talk about this kind of almost dead volumes. You get to see some really good news. For instance, last video, we talked in depth about the Bancorp Sunstream and how they actually raised it up to almost around $500 million. And it seems that the market didn't barely even budge. So let's talk about that in the technical analysis part and at the very end. Now, on a technical analysis perspective, what we get to see here is that the moving averages, the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, which is bullish, but the 30 EMA is above the 10 SMA, which is bearish. The price point is below all moving averages, making it bearish. So that's just on the moving averages part. On the ADX, it shows a sloppy movement, nothing much happening. MACD shows it's attempting a negative reversal again after attempting a positive reversal on the 22nd. But the hope is next week, Monday or Tuesday, if we get some green candles, so we actually might be able to get towards that positive reversal. But the MACD currently is going the negative direction. So hopefully on Monday or Tuesday, or even Wednesday, we get a bullish run. Otherwise, it's falling back towards this negative pullback. In terms of the William percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, it's highly oversold, meaning that in an equilibrium part, you're having more buyers coming in, which would technically raise the stock price up. Momentum is currently at negative 0.16, which is again slow or small, but very negative still. Below zero, negative. In terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, we get to see that they're both pinpointing downwards, telling you to be careful where the next support lies, and the moving average bands, which are momentum average bands, are all pinpointing downwards, which is a dangerous thing. However, they do tell you that this one is expected to trade on the moving average bands 97 cents in the top and 79 cents in the bottom. The Bollinger Bands in purple are also similar bands, but they're 2 cents off, so 99 cents in the top and 70 cents in the bottom. In terms of Fibonacci retracements, and again, the reason why I'm using this one is because high frequency traders and hedge funds use it. Resistances are at 105, 160, 205, 250, 315, 396, and the only support on there is around the 14 cents. However, on the price line action, we see this very, very strong support at the 76 cents. Below there, 69 cents. If this one drops, we might be a bit in trouble. Below there, you're looking at 520 or 52 cents, and around 42 or 43 cents. That seems to be a strong one as well. And 38, following that around 24 cents. In terms of resistances, there's a very strong resistance around the 85 cents. Follow that around the $1. Following that to 109, and then above that you're looking to around 142, and then going up to 175 to 202, going to 222, and then going up higher to around the $4 and the $3. Now we need to count one thing. Remember, in order for them to continue having compliance, they need to, at not one point, be below $1 for 30 days. So this is the $1 line. So in all technicality, it was all these stocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That means you got 10 business days for it to be above $1 to make sure you don't lose that compliance. If it does, then you might actually be a bit in trouble relating towards not having compliance. So again, compliance is 10 days above $1. So I'm not exactly sure if it did lose it. I did cover that in the last video, but all I'm trying to say is that you got to be very careful onto that. Now, in terms of other things and what I think about the stock, it looks like news isn't budging this one. And there's a big reason for this, is everyone is looking to the US legalization of cannabis. Sundial is packed in cash to the roof, and they can easily utilize the US market. But the US and the Senate is being exactly how we can anticipate legislations, very slow, as very much dragging on, and it might take years for this cannabis thing to get going. And hopefully it isn't within the next year, but a lot of investors are feeling this fatigue. You know, if you're relying on anything government, whether from the DVP or anything, you can actually wait forever for things to get through. And that's the feeling that these people are getting. They're bored. And so some people are liquidating, some people are just losing on that US thing. But trust, Sundial is really interested to going to the US market, and hopefully we get this legalization soon. But Sundial on its own is a very amazing company with the amount of cash, the management, all the things they're doing are the right things to do. And it's definitely something to look at in the next 5 years. I do anticipate this one to be a really big staple in the cannabis market, as it is currently right now. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to down in the comments below. Sure, subscribe and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.